All right, let's take a look at our practice test. For the instructions, we're asked to find the exact value of each trigonometric function. So looking at the first problem, we have the secant of 13 pi over 3. So this is something where we're going to go to our unit circle. Now you'll notice that you don't have a 13 pi over 3. On the unit circle, basically it's going to be from 0 to 2 pi. So what you want to do if you get something that's larger than 2 pi, you want to put it in terms of its coterminal angle. That's between 0 and 2 pi. If you're working with degrees, then of course it would be 0 degrees to 360 degrees. So thinking about this guy, first and foremost, let's write 13 pi over 3. I'm going to subtract away 2 pi, but you're going to see that that's not quite enough. So let's start by just saying that 2 pi can be multiplied by 3 over 3 to get a common denominator. So this would be 6 pi over 3, 6 pi over 3. And if we subtract this, 13 pi minus 6 pi is 7 pi, and this is over the common denominator of 3. Now, this 7 pi over 3 is larger than 6 pi over 3, which is 2 pi when we write it with the denominator of 3. So what I'd have to do is do this one more time. Let me get rid of this, and you could just subtract away another 6 pi over 3, or you could just say that this is minus 12 pi over 3. Let's just make that a little bit simpler. And here you're basically just subtracting away 4 pi. So we'll say this is equal to 13 pi minus 12 pi is pi, and then over 3. So basically, this is me finding the secant of pi over 3. Okay, so let me get rid of this scratch work here. We found our coterminal angle. And now we can go down to the unit circle, and we see that this is pi over 3 here. And I want to grab my cosine value, which again, if you're on the unit circle, that's your x-coordinate for this point right here. So that's going to be 1/2. So let's go back up. And we'll say that the cosine of pi over 3 is equal to 1/2. And when we think about the secant, well, we know that's the reciprocal of the cosine. So we would just say this is equal to 1 over the cosine of pi over 3, which is equal to 1 over 1/2, which equals 2. So the secant of 13 pi over 3 is going to be 2. Okay, let's take a look at problem number 2 now. So here we have the tangent of negative 3 pi over 4. So if you get a negative angle measure, again, that means you're rotating clockwise. Now you could go on here and figure out what this is, but I think it's just easier if you get a negative angle measure to find the coterminal angle. So I'm just going to say negative 3 pi over 4 plus, I'm going to add 2 pi, and I'm just going to multiply this by 4 over 4. So I have a common denominator. So 2 times 4 is 8. So this would be 8 pi over 4. So 8 pi over 4. Let me make that a little bit better there. And if you do negative 3 pi plus 8 pi, that's going to give you 5 pi over the common denominator of 4. So I can say this is equal to the tangent of 5 pi over 4. So when we think about the tangent, remember this is the sine divided by the cosine. So if we come down here, and we think about, well, here is going to be my 5 pi over 4, right? So if I look at the sine value, that's the y value for this point right here, okay? So that's the negative of the square root of 2 over 2. And the cosine value is exactly the same. That's the x value here. It's the negative of the square root of 2 over 2. So coming back up here, if you said the sine of 5 pi over 4 is the negative of the square root of 2 over 2, and you said your cosine of 5 pi over 4 is equal to the negative of the square root of 2 over 2, well, essentially what you would do here is say this is equal to the sine of 5 pi over 4 divided by the cosine of 5 pi over 4, which is going to be equal to what? The negative of the square root of 2 over 2 divided by the negative of the square root of 2 over 2. We know that's going to be 1, the same non-zero number divided by itself, but just to show it, let's say this is the negative of the square root of 2 over 2, and I'll multiply by the reciprocal of this, so 2 over the negative of the square root of 2. And so essentially, this is going to cancel with this completely, and you're just left with 1. So my final answer here for the tangent of negative 3 pi over 4 is just going to be 1. All right, let's take a look at problem number 3 now. So here we have the cosecant of 35 pi over 6. So again, let's think about the coterminal angle between 0 and 2 pi. So we have 35 pi over 6. So subtracting away 2 pi is not going to be enough. But let's just first start by saying we're going to subtract that away. So let me multiply by 6 over 6. And so this is going to give me 12 pi over 6. So this would be 12 pi over 6. Now you can eyeball that and see it's not going to work, right? 35 minus 12 is going to be 23. So that's not going to work. I'd have 23 pi over 6. What you need is something that's going to be less than 12 pi over 6. So let me subtract away another 12 pi over 6, and that's going to get you there. So basically what this is I'm subtracting away 24 pi over 6, and that's basically me just subtracting away 4 pi. So this would be equal to now 35 minus 24 is going to be 11. So this is 11 pi over 6. So we'll say this is equal to the cosecant of 11 pi over 6, which is equal to, we know that the cosecant is the reciprocal of the sine. So coming down here, we want to find 11 pi over 6, and that's going to be right here. And again, you think about this point here. So for the sine value, it's the y-coordinate of that point. So we would say the sine of 11 pi over 6 is equal to negative 1/2. So let's grab this, and let me paste this in here, just off to the side. So we'll say this is equal to 1 over the sine of 11 pi over 6, which is equal to 1 divided by negative 1/2. Let me get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. We can get rid of this now. We don't need this anymore. And I'll just say this is equal to, if I take the reciprocal of negative 1/2, it's negative 2. So the final answer here is going to be negative 2 for the cosecant of 35 pi over 6. Okay, for problem 4, let's find the cotangent of negative 11 pi over 4. So again, if I have a negative angle, I want to put it in terms of its coterminal angle between 0 and 2 pi. So let's say that we have negative 11 pi over 4. And what I'm going to do here is add 4 pi. So I'm just going to add, if I have 4 pi there, I'm going to multiply this by 4 over 4. So this guy right here would end up being 16 pi over 4. And I would just note that if I would have just added 2 pi, it wouldn't be enough, right? I'd still have a negative value. So you'd have to add another 2 pi. So I'm just going a little bit faster here. So for this one, negative 11 pi plus 16 pi is going to give me 5 pi. So this is 5 pi over 4. Now, we talked about the fact earlier that the tangent of 5 pi over 4 was 1, right? So the cotangent is the reciprocal of that, and it's just going to be 1 again. But we're going to do this in a more complete way, just so nobody's lost. So let's put the cotangent of 5 pi over 4. So by definition, this is going to be your cosine of 5 pi over 4 divided by your sine of 5 pi over 4. Let me get rid of this. And again, we can go to the unit circle. I don't think we need it in this case, but let's just do it for completeness. Here's your 5 pi over 4. Again, for this point here, the x value is the negative square root of 2 over 2. The y value is the negative square root of 2 over 2. So in each case, your cosine and your sine, it's going to be the negative of the square root of 2 over 2. So let me just write that this is the negative of the square root of 2 over 2. And here I'll just multiply by the reciprocal. So we'll do 2 over the negative of the square root of 2. And once again, this is all going to just cancel away and give you a value of 1. So the cotangent of negative 11 pi over 4 is just going to be 1. All right, let's take a look at problem number 5. So here we want to find the cotangent of negative 4 pi. So for this one, again, this is one where maybe you don't need to find the coterminal angle, because if you think about it, negative 4 pi, where you're just going to rotate clockwise once and then twice, right? So that's just going to put you right there. So the coterminal angle is going to be 0, okay? And for this guy, the x value is 1 and the y value is 0. So in other words, the cosine of negative 4 pi is going to be 1, and then your sine of negative 4 pi is going to be 0. So this is going to present a problem for us. Let me put that over there. So let me put this as the cotangent of 0 in terms of radians. So this is equal to your cosine of 0 over your sine of 0. And this is going to be 1 over 0. So 1 over 0 is undefined. So we're just going to say that this is undefined. So this is undefined. And that's the answer you would want to give. Okay, for problem 6, we have the cosine of negative 13 pi over 4. So let me write negative 13 pi over 4. And I need to add 2 pi, but that's not going to be enough, right? Because if I add 2 pi, if I get a common denominator, 2 multiplied by 4 over 4 is 8 over 4. So this would be 8 pi over 4. And that's not enough to make this not negative anymore. So you would need to add another 2 pi. So let's just start by adding 4 pi. So 4 pi, and I'll multiply by 4 over 4. So this is going to end up being 16 pi over 4 that I'm adding. And so negative 13 plus 16 is going to be 3. So this gives me 3 pi over 4 for the coterminal angle. So this is equal to the cosine of 3 pi over 4. Well, that's really easy. Let's go down here to the unit circle. So looking for 3 pi over 4, and that's going to be right here. So let me highlight that point there. And so you want to grab your x value. So that's the negative of the square root of 2 over 2. So coming back up, I'll just say this is equal to the negative of the square root of 2 over 2. Okay, let's look at problem number 7. So here we have the cosecant of negative 5 pi over 4. So let's say this is equal to, again, I'm just going to find the coterminal angle. So negative 5 pi over 4. We will add to this 2 pi, which I'll write as 8 pi over 4. All I did was I took 2 pi and multiplied it by 4 over 4 so I would have a common denominator. And so this is going to give me 3 pi over 4. So let's say this is equal to the cosecant of 3 pi over 4. And what is the cosecant? It's 1 over your sine. So this is 1 over your sine of 3 pi over 4. So let's figure out what that is from the unit circle. So 3 pi over 4. So we go right there. So the y coordinate there is square root of 2 over 2. So we'll come back up and say this is equal to 1 over the square root of 2 over 2. And so this is going to be equal to, I'm just going to find the reciprocal of this. So this is 2 over the square root of 2. And of course, you need to rationalize the denominator here. So I'm going to multiply by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. So this ends up giving me 2 times the square root of 2 over 2. And at this point, you can cancel a common factor of 2 between numerator and denominator. So the final answer here is the square root of 2, right? So that's for my cosecant of negative 5 pi over 4. All right, let's take a look at problem number 8. So here we have the cosecant of 23 pi over 6. So let me write 23 pi over 6 like this. I'm just going to find the coterminal angle. I'm just going to subtract away 2 pi. So 2 pi, and I'll multiply by 6 over 6 so I have a common denominator. So this would be subtracting away 12 pi over 6. So 12 pi over 6, and that would give me 23 minus 12 is 11. So this is 11 pi over 6. So this is equal to the cosecant of 11 pi over 6. So again, this is equal to 1 over your sine of 11 pi over 6. So let's figure out what that is. Come to our unit circle. So here's your 11 pi over 6. This is your point here. And you want to grab the y coordinate. That's going to be the sine value. So it's negative 1/2. So coming up here, this is 1 divided by negative 1/2, which is equal to, you take the reciprocal of this, and it's going to end up just being negative 2. So this is negative 2 for the cosecant of 23 pi over 6. All right, for problem number 9, now we have the tangent of negative 4 pi. So you saw when we had the cotangent of negative 4 pi, we ended up with something that's undefined. But here, the ratio is different, right? So this right now, we already know that the coterminal angle is going to be 0 in terms of radians, or if you're working with degrees, you could say 0 degrees. But essentially, I'm just going to say that it's the tangent of 0, which is equal to the sine of 0 over the cosine of 0. So let's go back to the unit circle. And again, if I think about the sine value, it's the y coordinate, right? So it's 0. And if I think about the cosine value, it's the x coordinate, so it's 1. So coming back up here, I'll say that this is going to be 0 over 1, which is 0. Okay, so this guy is defined. It is going to be 0 for the tangent of negative 4 pi. If you get the cotangent of negative 4 pi, again, this is the reciprocal of this, and so you get 1 over 0. So that leads to an answer of undefined. Okay, for problem 10, let's look at the cosine of negative 2 pi over 3. So again, I'll say that negative 2 pi over 3. Let's find the coterminal angle. So I'm just going to add 2 pi, and I'll multiply this by 3 over 3. So I'm going to get 6 pi over 3. So 6 pi over 3. So this gives me 4 pi over 3. So we'll say this is equal to the cosine of 4 pi over 3. Jump down here. 4 pi over 3 is going to be right here. And so my cosine value is that x coordinate there, which is negative 1/2. So coming back, I'll just say this is negative 1/2.